So in today's video, I'm going to show you a really simple exercise for you to better understand exactly how your body should work in the backswing. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden. I'm on the beautiful par 3 15th, which is the hole you see behind me. And today we're talking specifically about the body motion in the backswing, which is really important and something which I think a lot of golfers could benefit from. Just before we get into that topic, if you are new to my channel, I would love you to be a subscriber. It is free. I release 3 videos each and every week. There is a link in the description box down below. If you'd rather wait to the end of the video, there's a clickable link which will pop up. Click on that and it will allow you to be a free subscriber, and it means you won't miss any of the content. So we're talking about body motion. Now we're really kind of splitting that into 2 areas. We've got upper body and lower body. So we're going to kind of call that hips down and then obviously hips up. And very often if I see a golfer whose golf club isn't moving around their body as they wish, so maybe the golf club's too much on the outside, too much on the inside, we can often link that to actually how the body's moving. I like to think about the golf swing and I like to coach the golf swing what I call inside out, as in the body's going to work correctly first and then we're going to work that out to the golf club. So let's say, for example, the body motion that I have creates the golf club moving in this fashion here. I really don't want to just put that club into a better position because it was the body motion that created that poor move. So we need to get the body functioning correctly. And we very often see that results in the golf club moving around the body much better. Now this is going to be a very simple drill, a simple exercise for you to do. And you can do this at home, in your office, at the driving range, even if you're waiting for the group in front to clear the green. You're going to take your posture and you're just going to use your hands to put one hand on the belt buckle and one hand on the zip or the buttons on your shirt. Now, as I start to move into my backswing, my hips or my buttons could move in 2 directions. They could move towards the target and they could move away from the target, but we have multiple different combinations of those movements. So let's say I make a rotation and both of those things, as I rotate, move away from the target. That would be a poor pivot. What about if I made a backswing and both of those things move towards the target? Well, that would be a bad pivot. What about if one stayed in the right place and one moved away from the target? Again, that would be a poor pivot. What about if this stayed in the right place and this moved away from the target? That would be a poor pivot. So as you can see, we have lots of different combinations of how these body parts move, and very often when I'm coaching on a day-to-day basis, I see all of these different combinations from the golfers who come for lessons. What I really want you to do, and this is so simple, you're going to take your starting position, you're going to reference those 2 points, and as you turn, you're going to try and keep this one pretty much above this one and both in the middle of your heels. So you can see that as I start to rotate, give or take, this has stayed above this one and they're both in the middle of my heels. Now we're not looking for exact here. If it moves a little bit to my right, that's absolutely fine. We're just trying to avoid the extremes, which is what we tend to see, I'll say, from the amateurs that I coach. So as we rotate, we keep both of those in the middle of the heels and pretty much on top of each other. And if I can do that with a decent amount of rotation, that's going to put me in a pretty good position at the top of my golf swing where I'm able to initiate my downswing correctly, get that pressure shifted and actually rotate through and use the body correctly in the golf swing. Now, what I would love you to do in practice is, yes, work on that, try and get that correct movement, but why not explore those other areas? Why not try and see what it would be like to move the buttons away from the target? What would it be like to move the belt buckle towards the target? What would it be like to have a lateral sway with the whole body? Start to get comfortable with moving your body in different ways, because if you can get control of your body, you can control how you move your upper and your lower centers and get comfortable with moving those in different positions. It's going to be much easier for you to then focus in on that correct move. Lots of times I see golfers where they make the wrong move and they're just not particularly good at moving their body. So we can discuss the right move and they get the concept, but they really struggle to move the body in that way because they've never really done that. So why not stand in the mirror, as I say, and just make some different movements? What would those different movements be like? Start to get comfortable with moving your body in different ways, and once you can do that, you can then focus a little bit more on that correct pivot, which does many things for you. It really helps the golf club, as I say, move around your body better. Often helps us with the club's delivery, ball striking, distance control, distance off the tee. All those things that we really want from our game can be linked back to how we use the body and the pivot. So let's go ahead and see if I can do this. And I'm going to try and get close to that flag that's pretty well tucked on this green. So keep those pretty much on top of each other in the middle of my heels. Strike was good, into the middle of the green. That's pretty much where I was aiming with that flag I should say, that's tucked back on the left there. So body pivot, really important. That is a very, very good little exercise that you can do, as I say, anywhere you are, home, office, or at the drive range, to help you better understand how the body moves. And if you do that, you should start to swing it better, the club should start to move better on your body, and ultimately you're going to hit better shots, lower scores, and everyone has a little bit more fun on the golf course, which is effectively what we're all trying to do. So thank you for watching. Usual stuff is down below, comments box, like button, and also, as I said at the start, there's the subscribe link over here. Click that, and it means that you won't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.